Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Abington Heights softball. John Kelly, the head coach, joining us right now. Well, John, exciting times for you and your team as everybody chomping at the bit. I'm sure you are as well. Let's talk about the preseason for you as far as getting some of that stuff done in the gym at Abington Heights.
Yeah, we're challenged by the weather as all the teams are, and we're doing a lot of indoor work right now. We were able to get out a few times. We have the luxury of having a small turf field up here in Abington that we're able to utilize. So we've gotten a couple of days, but we're sure looking forward to the nicer weather coming. It looks like maybe the end of this week.
Well, here we are in April. We're ready to hit the field, and teams are going to be a little backed up, that's for sure. But nonetheless, you're going to be playing a few games. And when you get there, Coach, you'll be playing several games in a row. You guys are going to be battle-tested like everybody else early. You'll know how good you are.
Absolutely. The new schedule this year with 3 games in a week and playing, in your division, the same team twice, you really have you're going to, right away, especially, we open up with Honesdale and then Prep, which is, I think Prep is going to be a very good team this year. So we'll know early where we stand.
Well, Coach, it always starts on the mound, and you got a pretty good pitcher back. She's a junior. Tell us a little bit about Paige Harris.
Paige, this is a very good pitcher. She's, last year 10-3. She had 85 strikeouts, so only a 1.73 ERA. And then, and as well as being a very good, tough pitcher, she's a very good defensive player. She had 24 chances without an error last year. So, Paige not only can pitch, but she can field, and she has great control. She hits her spots, and she's very good. Like I said, last year all region. So we're looking for her to pick up where she left off last year.
And I know you're really excited about a young lady who catches for you. What an athlete this young lady is, Dominique Emmett. She's the total package.
Absolutely. She's a special kid. Like we talked about yesterday, she's very skilled, not only catching, but she's a tremendous hitter. And, it's rare what she does because, people can hit for power or they hit for average, but Dom does it all. I mean, she'll hit a home run when we need it. She'll hit a single if that's what we need. She can put the ball all over the field. She has tremendous power. Last year she hit .590 with 8 home runs and 1 strikeout, which is phenomenal. I mean, she puts the ball in play. She's a very skilled player.
Coach, you also have some infielders that are back on your team this year. Take us around the horn with some of the infielders there for the Lady Comets.
Well, our whole infield is back, starting with Marissa Lewis at first base, and she hit over 400 last year. Good hitter, good defensive player. She was second on our team in RBIs. Second base, we have a senior back, Rachel Gilmore. Also, she hit over 300. Great eye at the plate. She'll probably be our leadoff hitter this year. Very good defensively. At shortstop, we have a little bit of a fight going on this year. We have Cassie Toth, who is a junior returning, but we have a pretty good freshman named Cassidy Bartkowski, who's really pushing both middle infielders for some playing time. So that's nice to have. They have that, that battle every day of practice. And at third base, we have Alex Cockley coming back, who hit 350 last year, and she only had 1 error in 32 chances. So, defensively, we've got a lot of skilled kids returning.
We're talking a little softball here at Abington Heights. Coach John Kelly on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Now, Coach, as we head to the outfield, you have to replace a couple of starters, but you got some talent that's still in that outfield and some sticks that'll go with it.
Absolutely. We have Jessa Sablon and Alexa Doggett, who both shared time last year in right field for us. So they have a lot of playing time experience. And we have a sophomore, Allison Kane, who played a little bit last year. And we have a junior also, Carolyn Mattice, who is an excellent tennis player who is very good defensively as well. So we have a few kids in the mix there to try to fill 2 positions. So I think we'll be okay there defensively.
Coach, when you talk about the league play, you mentioned a couple of teams already. They're expecting, a good start to the season. But overall, in the Lackawanna Conference, or for District 2 for that matter, we know that we're going to face some really, really good competition, and we've seen some teams over the years take it pretty far in the state tournament.
Oh, absolutely. It all starts in our division anyway with Valley View, who's set the standard the last 3-4 years. They're a very good team. They're very well coached, and until someone knocks them off, they're always a team to beat. So they're going to be very competitive again. They have Sebastianelli back and Mecca, who are two very good hitters. I talked a little bit about Scranton Prep, and they got Alyssa Hamilton, who's a very good pitcher. Will keep them. She'll keep them in every game. And they're very well coached as well. And also in our division, I think Scranton could be a little bit of a sleeper. They have some really good athletes, and if they get some pitching, they'll be tough. As far as the district's concerned, in our District 3, besides two of the teams I just mentioned, North Pocono is going to be very good. They're a very good hitting team. Michael Faye, he does a great job up there. And in the Valley, Berwick's the defending champs, and they've got almost everybody back. And Nanticoke is moving up, and they're traditionally very good. Crestwood has a very good team, and Wyoming area, who knocked us off last year, is going to be tough. So there are some really good teams in the district this year.
Yeah, and AAA, as you mentioned, girls softball may be one of the most competitive. Traditionally, AA is pretty darn competitive. I think AAA this year, as John Kelly has just mentioned, a handful of teams that could be there and make some noise as the playoffs will loom come May. But, John, we wish you well this season. Great catching up with you, and all the best.
Thanks, John. I really appreciate it.
All right, that's head coach John Kelly from Abington Heights softball team here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.